I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in our community, and today will be no different. You know, the 2017 Housing Expo is about to explode in our city with lots of information for not just homeowners, but for those that are interested in perhaps getting into the market, those that are interested in learning various things about home ownership, and a host of other things. We have an outstanding guest to share some information with us about the 2017 event that's coming up here in just a little while. She's Turkeesa Coleman Lacey, and she's a Planner 3 with the City of Huntsville's Community Development Office. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you, and I know you're just as excited as me, if not more so, about the Housing Expo. I went last year. There was a lot of energy in the room. There are a lot of people getting lots of good information, and it's good to see that you're back again in 2017.
Yes, it's great times, Kenny. So this is an exciting time for me.
Yeah.
We get a chance to really highlight our programs, our partners, and our, all of our exciting things that we do in community development. This year, just like last year, we will have a Housing Expo. And that expo consists of vendors that will help you, one, understand if it's right for you to own a home. It will be vendors there to help you understand what the market looks like for affordable rents. It will be vendors there to help folk understand how to start the process as it relates to home ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still the American dream, and still something that a lot of people want to do, but still is an intimidating thing for a lot of people.
It is. And we want to be able to help with that. So we take you from step A to step B.
And Z, I might say.
And
you guys
Z.
cover the whole range of stuff.
I should say that. Credit counselors will be there. Family Services is our primary counseling agency. You know, the vendors will be there to help folk understand how down payment assistance work, how to get assistance with prepaids, closing costs, things like that.
Yeah.
We'll have workshops that helps with financial literacy, budgeting. We even have a workshop that gears towards rehabilitation for folks that's already in their homes. And that particular program is geared towards seniors and disabled individuals and families. So we have a gamut amount of things. On top of that, we have door prizes and all that good stuff. So there was a family that won a TV last year. So I would like for everyone to consider coming out and visiting with us on Saturday, November the 4th, at the Stone Event Center, Campus 805, from 10 to 2.
Yeah.
We would love to have as much as the public there as possible.
I think this is so important, too, that the City of Huntsville's Community Development Department is leading out in this initiative. The idea that sometimes people don't know everything the city does. They kind of see it as a big monster in a lot of ways that has so many different departments. And that group does, there are people that pick up the trash, and there are people that fix the streets, and there are people that do some other things. I'm not quite sure what those things are, but we have police officers, fire department, and then there's community development. And sometimes it's a little mystical to people. They're not quite sure what's happening, but I think it's really significant that the City of Huntsville's Community Development Department is leading out in this, because it not only helps people understand what you do, but it really shines the light on a very valuable resource right here in this community as it relates to people's #1 dream, which is owning a home.
Yes, so I'm a little biased, but I believe community development is one of the better departments in the city. But one of our primary missions in community development is to stabilize neighborhoods. And we know that, one of our tools that we use to stabilize neighborhoods is building affordable housing, creating programs to assist with affordable housing like down payment. And on the back end of that, to also make sure that we provide rehabilitation services. And when I mean rehabilitation to homes, I mean weatherization, which Community Action help us do. We partner with CASA to help us do that. So we are one of the nonprofit arms of the city, I consider. And again, our primary mission is to make sure that we stabilize neighborhoods. Yeah.
That's so important. And then I think the other message in this, there's so many messages and they're all good messages, but one of the other important messages, and you alluded to this earlier, the idea of people who have disabilities or seniors. These are growing populations in our
Yes.
communities for any number of reasons. People are living longer, plus we have more and more disabled veterans coming back from wars. You have a growing population of individuals who require assistance or demand our attention for various reasons, and rightly so. And this is an opportunity for people to kind of come to a one-stop shop,
You're correct.
and everything is under one roof for one day.
You're right. Even there's a vendor that will be there to even help with veteran housing. So we understand what our mission is, but we want to reach our goal. And again, that's to stabilize neighborhoods, to make sure that we take care of our populations that need the most help, which are our seniors and our veterans and disabled.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we take them by the hand, and we make sure that we are doing everything we can do to make sure that they have a good quality of life here in our city.
Right.
Huntsville has a great community. I'm from a small town, Talladega, Alabama, and it reminds me of that. Huntsville reminds me of that pure community at heart. Yeah. So.
In so many ways, and we talked about this last year, and as I look at the flyer here, and it's got all this great stuff: veterans resources, home purchasing assistance, tenant and landlord resources, small business strategies, aging in place planning, affordable housing showcase, remodeling and repair demos, design and decorating tips, financial literacy training, some of the things you've mentioned already, but so much more. The person that you're targeting is basically anybody who has an interest in owning a house, anybody who owns a house, anybody who's interested in perhaps upgrading their house or considering anything related to home ownership.
You're correct. If I can kind of gear us to our flyer, I want to throw out some times here that we're going to have some of the workshops.
That's good.
Our first workshop starts at 10:30 on that Saturday, which is the 4th, and it's Money Matters, financial literacy.
Very important.
Anyone can attend that workshop, from youth to our seniors. I think we all have to get a kind of a little nudge every now and then to make sure that we're on the right track with our finances.
That's right.
We have a first-time home buyers workshop from 11:45 to 12:45. Now that's always our biggest one. Folk want to know, how can we get into a home, and how can we make sure that we are paying what we can afford for that property. That's a key too. Sometimes we can bite off too much, and so we want to make sure that we provide folk with the right literature, right information about what's affordable.
Yes.
We have our Fair Housing Awareness workshop, which is going to be from 1 to 2. That's also an important workshop. We do have some folk that are interested to know what's affordable again, and am I treated fairly in my situation currently. So that's always important to know what's fair and what's unfair and those type of things. Our Aging in Place, which is a new workshop this year. Tarcard is going to be administering that workshop for us, Miss Lydia Weeks. She's great with that particular population. So as we get older, as we live longer, we want to make sure that we are in the most appropriate spaces. My grandmother is 86, and so we're now trying to retrofit a 60-year-old house to fit her. So those type of things we have to keep current, make sure that we get the right information out there. We have an energy efficiency workshop, which will be from 12 to 12:45. That will be administered by Huntsville Utilities, Mr. Leon Wass, and Miss Wanda, and Miss Wanda names escapes me, and she's going to kill me. We have an estate planning and home ownership class workshop from 11:45 to 12:45. So, Kenny, one of the things that we find sometimes in community development is that we're ready to move forward with rehabilitation services to a elderly household or disabled household, but we can't do that because somewhere along the line they didn't make the provisions to transfer title, things like that. So that's an important one. That's a new one. And back to the housing rehabilitation program workshop, it's going to be from 11 to 11:45. No, I know I just went all backwards with that, but all of this information can be found on the website. And
And that is?
that is huntsvilleal.gov/Home Expo.
Okay.
Housing Expo, I'm sorry.
Housing Expo.
Yes.
And I would strongly encourage people, I'm going to look in the camera right now, I would strongly encourage people that are watching the broadcast right now to take this information down, huntsvilleal.gov/Housing Expo. And you're going to open up your mind and your world to an incredible amount of resources that are related to the questions that you have, but sometimes you're just afraid to ask. You don't think someone's going to answer the question, or you think it's a dumb question, or you think that I should know this, so I'm not going to expose myself by asking a question because then everybody will know I don't know. Yeah. Well, guess what? A lot of people don't know. No. And this is a great opportunity for you to come out and be a part of this event. As I said, I went last year. There was a lot of energy in the room. There were an extremely large number of individuals who are knowledgeable, who are willing to share their expertise and information. And bringing this kind of a group together for the benefit of the community is one of the best things that can happen. Yes, and so again, I'm excited about this happening once again, about the same time as it did last year. It's a great venue, the Stone Center. You guys just kind of take over the building that day, and there's nothing but people mixing and mingling and sharing information. And as you said, you got giveaways as well.
We have giveaways as well. So I want to thank the folk at the Stone Event Center for allowing us to have this space. This is a gorgeous space. It's Center Huntsville. It's easy to find. It's
lots of parking.
Lots of parking and transportation.
Oh, wow.
On the transportation line, which is good. And I know sometimes we don't. Yes, on the transportation line as well.
Yeah. See, that is it's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
And we hope lots and lots and lots of people will come out to this again, so that people can make sure that they put this on their calendar and that they set it aside right now. And I suggest again, folks, write it in pen. Don't put it down as something that you might do. We want you to write it down in pen as something that you will do, because already I'm going to tell you it's going to be a beautiful day.
It is.
And there'll be nothing standing in between you. You did it at a time where it doesn't interfere with the football games.
Right. I made sure I checked that.
Right. So tell us again where it takes place, when it takes place, and what time it takes place.
Yes, the 27 Housing Expo takes place November the 4th. Stone Event Center, Campus 805, from 10 to 2.
All right. Boy, this is just terrific information. I love it. And I love the fact that it's happening once again. Turkeesa, thank you for being a part of our conversation.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We want to thank you for being a part of our conversation this afternoon, and we hope that you have learned a lot about a very important event. I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. Share this information with somebody. Even if you're not interested or can't attend, I guarantee you know someone, a friend, a family member, a co-worker, one of those children that you're trying to get set up in a house. That's always, living with you.
Yeah.
Come on out and be a part of this information. Help them help themselves, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. When you come out, let us know that you heard it on the Impact Show, in fact, so we can kind of track the effectiveness of these kinds of broadcasts. Yes. We hope that you've enjoyed the information that we've shared, and we hope that you will like our Facebook page, where you can also see a video of the show that you just watched, as well as behind-the-scenes shots of what happens once the camera stops rolling. For Impact, I'm Kenny Anderson. I hope you have a great day.